Be chasing me, man. Who's doing this waiting? What you doing? What you doing? I gotta clean it up because you're making a mess. After I vacuum, after I mop. Yeah, you. Tough guy. Smells good, right? You don't want to drink that. Don't lay on the books that we're about to read. Don't lay on the books. Alright? Well, they got no sun, so I gotta. Things mess with the kidneys, so I gotta be careful. Okay, so what this is. What is it? Where are you going to sign? Didn't get it. What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't go in there when I'm not in there. You don't go in there, no, never. You keep your ass out of here. Alright? Stop being hard-headed. Seriously. Stop being hard-headed. I'm not playing with you, man. I'm right there. Don't go in there again. Okay? That's off limits to you. And you know it. Be testing me, bro. Acting like one of these little peckerwoods, man, that don't know no better. Walking around with their head so far up their ass and their nose stuck so high. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. And it's still so stupid. They walk by you, they don't know how to act, don't know how to say nothing. And they really believe in the little world they live in, the little lie they live in. What's going on, everybody? We're going to go ahead and get this reading going here in a minute. Just got to eat some fruit. You know what I mean? Kiwi, strawberry, some banana. I don't want to eat it while I'm reading, so. For some reason, these bananas got a lot of seeds in them. About time. I hope that's what they are. I never seen so many stupid people on my land. West side. Well, hey, what's going on? Movie Root. Rondo, Alfred Hard, what's happening? What's up, beloved ones? So let's start with this. There's a lot of people I've seen, and I'm not a bandwagon layer, but I went and checked it out because I had to. I even subscribed to the guy's channel just to see the updates. He's in England. He's a Hindu. He's mixed. But I'm not saying with us. I'm just saying, as far as description wise, I believe most men on this earth are kindred. Doesn't mean necessarily a direct bloodline or not. It just means to stay away from the narrative of division that they've created. I'm saying this is our origin. And a lot of these people aren't even aware of the orphan boats and the orphan trains. They have no clue. The fact that many of them were given new history, new everything, and they won't buy into it. You know what I'm saying? But there's a YouTube channel, because I see a lot of the so-called indigenous people, Aboriginal, pushing this stuff through. And it's a lot of guys, really. And Keanu was one of them. And when I found where this guy, I found this web page. It didn't take long. It took me like about 5 minutes, if that. And it's called Peace and Freedom for the Mankind. He wrote that exceptionally well. So it made me wonder, because it's not legalese or English. It's just common sense. Peace and freedom for the mankind. So he's separated himself from the divinity of man, yet he is aware. Now, a lot of our people aren't aware that most of and how long have I been saying this? Most of the laws don't apply to us. First of all, we're not unlawful. We want to walk and be steeped in natural order. That's not out of law. But their laws are conscripted to what? Piracy, tyranny, theft, and everything by the system. Now, I'm still looking into a fact of whether, from what I've watched in his videos so far, judges, police, and everybody else apprehending people, because I remember I told y'all the federal government's job is not to infringe upon the citizens, and without writing, definitely not the autochthonous. That's why I get angry every time I see everybody talking about, well, the Asians got the no hate crime bill. That's because most niggas don't know that the crime that these dumb peckerwoods and all of them commit to, they're not supposed to actually commit to us, but because we have this disarray of this fake black pope and all these fictional government agents, right? Because once Lincoln died, martial law was enacted. There cannot be another ruler, because they made him a president when he was a Khan. And I know it's hard for people to accept, and I've had a few people reach out to me and message and go, dude, I just found something. Good, then share it. You have to come back and talk to me about it. Share it, because I'm not in the drama. And what I'm talking about is based on reality. And just because everybody hasn't usurped that reality, haven't found that reality to utilize it, don't mean you got to come back to me. Go to somebody else and then guide them. Have them walk with you. Don't walk behind them or in front of them. Have them walk with you. So this gentleman in England, he spoke about the FEMA camps, what Trump did, and he did. He signed it over to FEMA to open them up. The problem is these idiots still in charge. It's corruption. They're still running of a delusion of a Luciferian or a Satan or Baphomet, or whatever the hell you want to call it, ideology, the perversions. And they keep striking out against the autochthonous people of this land in their false divinity, in their narrative, in their stupidity, in their stupor. And we didn't cause it. We're attempting to wake them up to it, but a lot of them are very arrogant, narcissistic in their mannerism and everything else. And there's a lot of goofy ass agents running around who believe they can meld in because nobody knows who they are. Wrong. Actually, there's a lot of people who know who they are. I just thought I'd put that out there for their sake, seeing how they're being so fucking nosy. They don't know how to unnose themselves from business. So we're going to give them a little shock value. Now, is this guy talking about something actually factual? Well, I know that the FEMA camps exist. They've been building them for years, decades. Some of you probably rode right by them and thought they were something of oil or whatever. No, they're like little one-man rooms and stuff like that. Rows and rows. Damn near 500,000. And the caskets are real. They're in every state. And the foreigners that come on this, I hate calling people foreigners on earth. I really, really do. It's nothing practical. It's their narrative. It's their pseudonym. It's their foolishness. They divide themselves and they only 3% of the population. They're so stupid. It's unbelievable. But even their predecessors know this. And you would think they were sitting down and listen, but they're so high up on a horse with no wheels, no spokes, no legs, no gas. They don't know how to come up off of it. Because you know how it is. You know, I look at Philly. I look at how on Kingston Street, them people got the car with the guns and were shooting everywhere. They killed like 9 people. And wounded like 16, 17, some critical. This is the thing, the stupidity, the level of it. And I believe those were foreigners who speak perfectly good English and wanted to get some body counsel. Like the old thing about the Trojan, or how do you put it? When you become the 300, which I already broke that down, there's a tribe of doctrinous people here who are Grand 300 who are slaughtering the enemy. Anyway, but you know what it alludes to over there, right? And they send their person out to go and survive, and they got to go out and they've got to kill one of the gypsies. And that's what you see here. We're not the gypsies. We're not to be. The Civil Rights Act is an Indian Civil Rights Act about the autochthonous people. Nobody else. There's no Native American, no Mongol or Mongrel, Gog or Magog Civil Rights Act. There's only one. And everybody seems to be using it. And the idiots on the other side, they don't even know their true identity. You would think that they might be practical in learning something. And when I told a friend of mine, I says, you know, when you get the secret clearances that we had, those are the bottom of the heap. There's more to go up. Trust me. And I says, I'm glad I only had those. Oh, and Snoo, if you're here, appreciate it. She made a donation of 50. Appreciate you, babe. Relax. Because you know I'm going to get that back to you 100-fold. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, all right. Anything and everything that's mine belongs to her, y'all. Just know that. Now, this gentleman, this individual, it's pretty interesting. I'm going to go ahead and show it. I was actually watching the coroners and sheriffs on duty who he was serving, literally serving. I'm going to show you. Go and check it out when we get done. I'm going to get into the reading here in a minute. All right. Now, you see that eagle? Do you know what that represents? Do you remember? Let me show you one of ours. They try to make it out to be, oh, it's theirs. No, it's not. People be cracking me up. You know, when you start getting into the truth of things, you start recognizing things that are far from yet betwixt. It's Tartarian. Like, you see that? Hold on, let me show you something else. I know it's hard to conceptualize because, you know, how can somebody take our stuff? Well, it's the same here without flag of peace, to which we should be flying. Yes, you can order it. It's a little expensive, but you can order it, and you can fly it out your door. We never were at war with anybody. You make war against us, we fight back. The problem is our people don't know how to fight back no more because we're all over the place and everybody's gooped by the small hat motherfuckers. You can't make a mess and think you're going to clean it up. It doesn't work that way. You ushered in, you got your savior, your little small, fake 13 hat, small tribe, fake history, fake religions, whatever. Let's be happy with that. Now, why am I doing this first? Because I find it very, very, very important. You know? I find it very, wow. It's Peru, early 1300s before the conquistadors' invasion. South American Afro. Y'all know about the mummy, the Incan mummy? I think it was like 20. How many was it? Like 7 to 20 or something like that found? They all had afros. Well, it was many different grades. One was wavy, kind of brownish red. My hair is brown, but now it's going whitish silver or whatever you want to call it. But people have a hard time dealing with this. It's just like when you want to look at the Republic and then look at the whitewashing and addition and adding in. Tell me if you can notice how they added in certain things. I want you to tell me what they added in on this picture with Frederick Douglass, and people believe that to be the man older who met the people coming from old Tartaria, bringing the orphans here before destroying our grand cities, the World's Fair. They believe that's him. Y'all know the name. So what histories, whose history, and whose history is what history, and who knows what and who knows what? I'm just asking. Okay, now is all that fanfare what they're talking about with this individual and some of the TikTok and other things that he may have put up? I don't know. I'm not all inclusive to that. So I said I'm gonna find out who this individual is. The hardest thing in the world, because there was no name, no nothing. I was able to find him. Keywords, always keywords. And I've been watching his videos. I got to run back out again. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this reading, and then we're gonna read again tonight because I want to read something else to you guys. Okay. I just thought I would address that. I am so done with the hypocrisy and the stupidity. Hey, Sue, I already said it. Appreciate it. 50. Thank you, baby girl. And you know you're going to get it back 1,000-fold. Whatever's mine belongs to you anyway. So this is just the way it goes, okay, people? I don't care about what people think and what people feel and all that. You know what? After the military, after everything, hell, before the military, after listening to people, I says, man, you know what? Man, people are really, and I don't say it to be like biased and hateful. People are dumb, and now if it goes beyond that, it's because they choose to remain dumb. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the fact. People choose to remain dumb. They want to act like they know everything. And every time I talk to people who I love and I respect, all right, because that's who we are. Well, I can put you down and still love you and not have no hate for you. All right. I sit there and say to myself, oh, why your job makes you, huh? Oh, what you doing? Oh, because you, oh, that makes you, oh, because you killed, oh. It means absolutely nothing to me what you do in this world, unless you come back to the folds of the truth of it instead of staying in the labyrinth of lies. Now, I know a lot of people have a hard time with that. Man, fuck immaculate conception. The immaculate, what's the immaculate? What's the conception? I think that's a one-time affair, just like your birthday. You only get one. Why y'all running around? Some of you, I see y'all on Facebook, still and Instagram. It's my birthday. It's my, oh, shut up. And then y'all's excuse. I made another, listen. Hundreds of thousands and millions of people die every day. I stopped doing the 22 push-ups because, you know, that's just hyperbolic. That's just blowing up. Lately, we had a couple of Delta and Special Force guys, SEAL team members, commit suicide, man, who they have done things that wears heavy on a person's soul. That those which are not sociopaths or haven't been hired to continue or were looked upon to continue on working with groups or organizations of more sick people to be, what did he call that? The sunken place, to cooperate and work in that field. All right, that mestizo stuff, you know. You are a bad mother, but now you will not have no feelings towards anything that you are scripted to do in the job, and go through that every day for who knows how long, and certain drugs. So you have people running around very good at what they do, and they're blocked. And so all they do is perform, you know, born ultimatum, born supremacy, and all that dumb stuff. But yeah, what you gonna do? So let's go ahead and read this right quick. Turn this down a little more. We live in a world of hyper stupidity. We really do. I'm so appreciative and grateful of those of you who are starting to catch on. I actually didn't think anybody would. I really didn't. Snooze out there giving tutorials on how to put your feet in the dirt. She's showing the grass that goes around her footsteps, like around mine. There's weeds and things going up around my footsteps, but not in my footsteps. There's actually where I step at, there's roots on each part of my instep. Well, the bottom of my soles. There's a root on each foot. And I'm gonna have the stones lined up according. That's all. And the stones are all different shades and colors for a reason. And so the weeds just keep popping up, you know, high winds, heavy rains, and my 3 stones stay standing. There's not cement, There's no super glue. There's no nothing. And everybody walks by and they're like, and you can see the fear in them when they walk by and look at it. Nothing to be afraid of. Unless you have intentions other than that, those that are righteous are good. Well, then you deal with. Okay. I want to read this again. This is William Bramley. Excuse me. I want to read this again. The Gods of Eden, William Bramley. Snoo had me get this book, and it's an excellent read. I skipped chapters 2 and 3. I find them worthless. I will read them in the end, but I just want to read a little bit. With picks and spades, they, human beings, built the shrines. They built the big canal banks for food, for the peoples, for the sustenance of the gods. As beasts of burden, humans were brutally treated by the extraterrestrial masters. The clay extraterrane, other lands. The clay tablets tell of vast and catastrophic cruelty perpetrated by the custodians against their human servants. Cold-blooded population control measures were carried out frequently. And they're doing it again. Anyway, 1,200 years had not yet passed when the land, extended and the peoples multiplied. The land was bellowing like a bull. The god got disturbed with their uproar. Enlil, in brackets, half-brother and rival of Ea, and heard their noise, and addressed the great gods. The noise of mankind has become too intense for me. With their uproar, I am deprived of sleep, cut off supplies for the peoples. Let there be a scarcity of plant life to satisfy their hunger. Adad, another custodian, should withhold his rain, and below the flood, the regular flooding of the land which made it fertile should not come up from the abyss. Let the wind blow and parch the ground. Let the clouds thicken but not release a downpour. Let the fields diminish their yields. There must be no rejoicing among them. So what do you see right now taking place? More derailments. You don't see the news talking about them. Right now, you have NBC and all ABC still talking about Trump this morning is going for this rain, some dumb stuff, when everybody else is pretty much showed that Trump busted them in the head. What is it? It is an obsession, a compelling. They're compelled. The act must go on regardless. You ever heard that saying, and the band played on Titanic, which that wasn't even a Titanic that sank. But they did kill 3 of the most prominent men who didn't want no part of the Federal Reserve. I'm just only asking because maybe that's a lie too and made up. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna shout everybody out here shortly. Anyway, let me read this and then we'll move on. An Assyrian tablet adds, command that there be a plague. Let Namtar diminish their noise. Let disease, sickness, plague, and pestilence blow upon them like a tornado. They commanded, and there was plague. Namtar diminished their noise. Disease, sickness, plague, and pestilence blew upon them like a tornado. Now we all know these things, they came because they were created. They were invented. They were manipulated, and the strains were put out. Just like my great-great-uncle Tandy said, he doesn't, as a kid, he never remembered rain. He remembered it was so green and beautiful all the time. And he says, when it got cold, but not so bad. Snow, he remembered it later on. But when he was a kid, he could not recall it. And we know they're always seeding. We know they've been doing that since the what you call the days of the flying stunts and all that stuff, when they were spraying the fake fertilized stuff to protect the fields, which we know we were the gardeners. We didn't need nobody spraying anything on our plants. It was to destroy. Nobody wants to have that conversation because then they go off into the 1960s, the 50s and 60s. Those are the pictures you see with the single and biplane, single wing and the biplane wings. Okay, planes. The tablets describe ghastly conditions in which food supplies were cut off. Hello. in which diseases were laid upon the people like constricted wombs and prevented childbirth. Hello, Fauci and all them, Gates and all them. Bite my damn tongue. And in which starvation became rampant and human beings were forced to resort to cannibalism. Lesser diseases, such as one resembling influenza, hello, were also visited upon Homo sapiens, suggesting that the custodial gods understood and engaged in biological warfare. I just wanted to read that. Hello. Do I have your attention? I will read more. I am still reading it. It's a damn pretty good read, especially when you get into the DNA of the gods and the nuclear wars of the Anunnaki and all that. Phenomenal reading. Okay. Let's get our George Jones. Let's get our George Jones on. Excuse me, if you don't mind. Fruit make you burp? Well, if it don't, it does me. George Jones, An Original History of Ancient America, Hildebrand Classics. Let me get some shout outs. We want to get into this. I'm going to read. Hey, Westside, you beat everybody, brother. What's going on? Boo Beirut, what's going on, baby? It's us, you damn right. Rondo, Alfred, Benji, Evelyn, Equator 7. Man, we got names in here. Man, these are the names we should be using for our people. I'm dead serious. I'm serious. Snoo. DJ. There goes my second eye. Snoo is she's my librarian and Lloyd. Rondo, that's my magic man. Westside, oh man, I need him and Trauma to be right on my side. It's like, what door we breaking down? And the rest of y'all, you know y'all have a place, always. In the right place. All right, let's get this in. I have to know you first. All right. Damn kiwi's the bomb. Kiwi's like, I need to make some of them kiwis and make some kiwi juice for real with some pomegranate juice. Okay. The Decaying of the Lentils. Okay, we recap this because I haven't actually read this book since I last read it with you guys. The floors are of cement, as hard as the best seen in the remains of Roman baths and cisterns. The walls are about 10 feet high, plastered, and on each side of the principal entrance ornamented with medallions, of which the borders only remain. These perhaps contain the bust of the royal family. The separating wall bust, see that over here, South America, had apertures of about a foot, probably intended for purposes of ventilation. The builders were evidently ignorant of the principles of the arch, and the support ceiling was made by stones, blocks, lapping over as they rose, as at Ocosingo and as among the Cyclopean remains in Greece and Italy. So you see, far and wide, when I tell you this was one earth, believe me. No, we may not be able to reclaim that narrative, but damn it, we are the spokespeople. Not no Peckerwood, not no dumb Negro, not no Wabs, this, that, and other. They are not spokes to nothing. From the center door of this corridor, a range of stone steps 30 feet long leads to a rectangular courtyard 80 feet long by 70 broad. On each side of the steps are grim and gigantic figures carved on stone in basso relievo, 9 or 10 feet high, and in a position slightly inclined backward from the end of the steps to the floor of the corridor. They are adorned with headdresses and necklaces, but their attitude is that of pain and trouble. The design and anatomical proportion of the figures are faulty, but there is a force of expression about them which shows the skill and conceptive power of the artist. On each side of the courtyard of the palace temple are divided apartments, probably for sleeping. On the right, the piers have all fallen down, and on the left, they are still standing and ornamented with stucco figures. In the center apartment, in one of the holes, are the remains of a wooden pole about a foot long, which once stretched across but the rest had decayed. It was the only piece of wood worked. And we found at Palenque, and we did not discover this until sometime after we had made up our minds in regard to the wooden lintels. Make me hungry thinking about lentils. I should boil some. Lentils over the doors. It was much worm-eaten, and probably in a few years not a vestige would be left. At the farthest side of the courtyard was another flight of stone steps, corresponding with those in front, on each side of which are carved figures, and on the flat surface between are single cartouches of hieroglyphs. Now, we mentioned that before, and I picked up, and that's why I didn't reread that, and I carried on down to here. And then we'll get into the further corridor and all that. So I want to read short little marks right now. I don't want to go through the whole line. Quite a bit to read here. Awesome. Sorry about that. I had to put it up. Right side up. Okay. Arthur Kessler, the 13th tribe. Oh, is that what's giving me the burps? I think it's strawberries. All right, 6. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Oh, that's so good. Nevertheless, it turned out to be a short-sighted policy. To quote Bury once more, the first principle of imperial policy in this quarter of the world was the maintenance of peace with the Khazars. This was the immediate consequence of the geographical position of the Khazar Empire, lying as it did between the Dnieper and the Caucasus. We read all this, so I just want to reiterate that. Now here we go. This effective control was now to be transferred from the Khazar Khagan to the Rus Khagan, the Prince of Kiev. But it did not work. The Khazars were a Turkish tribe of the steppes who had been able to cope with wave after wave of Turkish and Arab invaders. They had resisted and subdued the Bulgars and Botas, Pechenegs, Gurs, and so on. The Russians and their Slav subjects were no match for the nomad warriors of the steppes. Their mobile strategy and guerrilla tactics, as a result of constant nomad pressure, the centers of Russian power were gradually transferred from the southern steppes to the wooded north. The wooded north. Pay attention to that. It ain't too wooded now. Anyway. To the principalities of Galicia, Novgorod, and Moscow, the Byzantines had calculated that Kiev would take over the role of Itil. Itil, people, Itil. The name Itil. Pay attention, y'all. As the guardian of Eastern Europe and center of trade. Instead, Kiev went into rapid decline. It was the end of the first chapter of Russian history, followed by a period of chaos, with a dozen independent principalities waging endless wars against each other. Principalities waging war. Itil. Get off of that screen like that! While I throw this Chinese slipper at your ass. Excuse me. You know better than that. Like you gonna work by it or something. Being hard-headed. This created a power vacuum into which poured a new wave of conquering nomads, or rather a new offshoot of our old friends, the Gauls. From Ibn Fadlan had found even more abhorrent than the other barbarian tribes which he had obliged to visit. These pagan and godless foes, as the chronicles described them, were called Polovsky by the Russians, and Cumans by the Byzantines, Kun by the Hungarians, and Kipchaks by the fellow Turks. They ruled the steppes as far as Hungary from the late 11th to the 13th century, when they, in turn, were swamped by the Mongol invasion.
They also fought several by the Mongol invasion. Oh, that's why the Great Wall was built. It wasn't built to keep, it wasn't China. It was built to keep the motherfuckers you see there now out. The wall was everywhere. Through here, Louisiana, Texas, all that, it's still remnants of it. For those who like to go out and cultivate their soil and check it out, all the way through the Sahara of Africa, which major winds over there, some kind of sand, I forget what it was, blew and uncovered it. And I forget it was Dutch so-called cartographers, whatever, was doing some remapping, trying to figure out some things, and they saw some of this great wall that Alexander once protected. Okay. Anyway, let me read this little part. Okay, here we go. Make sure it's the right one. Anyway, they also fought several wars against the Byzantines, another branch of the Ghouls, and the Seljuks, named after their ruling dynasty, destroyed a huge Byzantine army in the historic Battle of Mensuka, 1071. I believe that year is wrong, but hey, and captured the Emperor Romanus IV Diogenes. Henceforth, the Byzantines were unable to prevent the Turks from gaining control of most provinces of Asia Minor. Again. Destroyed a huge Byzantine army in the historic Battle of Manzikert, 1071, and captured the Emperor Romanus IV Diogenes, whatever the freaking retard's name is. Romanus IV, look him up. Henceforth, the Byzantines were unable to prevent the Turks from gaining control of most provinces of Asia Minor. Isn't Russia and China and all that hooked together? So where's Asia Superior? The present-day Turkey, which had previously been the heartland of the East Roman Empire. I know it's some dummy when the map's going to go, but this right down here on the globe Earth with the, oh, you perplexed, poor little thing. Be easy upon yourself, will ya? Anywho, Turkey, which had previously been the heartland of the East Roman Empire, one can only speculate whether history would have taken a different course if Byzantium had not abandoned its traditional policy, maintained throughout the three previous, you just went up a table and grabbed my model? Throughout the three previous centuries of relying on a Khazar stronghold against the Muslim, Turkish, and Viking invaders. Be that as it may, imperial realpolitik turned out to have been not very realistic. Okay, excuse me. See, yeah, see, now you're getting too carried away. You're going beyond retarded, bro. All right, for real. Here goes the tennis ball. Play with this. All right? Yeah, get that. Because, see, you know what you did, right? You jumped up on this damn table, didn't you? Huh? I'll tell you, keep your ass off this table and not playing, boy. Thank you. Don't come running behind me. You think you're so tough, man? Where you getting that from? Me? You is retarded, bro. And don't jump on this. This is neoprene. It's got to dry out from my knee. All right? Stop jumping up and grabbing things. Oh, well, wait until I'm done at least. I threw both the tennis balls. He's going crazy. Okay. All right, so we'll cap off of there, okay? Excuse me. We'll cap off of there, and then we'll pick up on chapter 7. Right there. These two are in line. Let's get to a Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. The Turks were the first and only people to cause Nagas in India movies. The Turks brought medicine to Europe, pharmacon. Did not exist until but existed in America. Yeah, well, medicine. When you look at Rockefeller and his father before that, around when petroleum was found, around the 1930s and 40s, that's when Rockefeller created the decibel you see now, started phasing out healing medicine, and any doctor who wanted to keep pursuing it, they were taken. Some are locked up, some threatened, some deaded. And then the petroleum medicine became something. But 22 decades after that, the 60s, well, 50s and 60s, he created it and then purchased the whole cancer institute because he created it. There was no cancer. You see what I'm saying? So medicine pretty much started here. And we're talking about the bull crap under his guys all the way up to Norway, Germany, and yeah, the likes. I'm well versed because I went 7.5 years pre-med. And then I made sure to go find out some other things other than the lies I was learning. And so he was the father of all that. So here we're going to get into, oh yeah, you know we got to get this. This is a good one right here. I really enjoyed reading this. I've actually went ahead, man, and holy smack, this guy was on one. Mountain weather. Just outside of a sleepy town called Blue Mountain. ToLU'S Cherokee, I'm live. Like, mountain weather. Hold on. If y'all don't mind. Damn, dude, that's messed up. Hey, T, yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Hold on.
Tokoro.
If she called me, she should say I'm calling her. I'm gonna take it if she calls right back. I hate hanging up on anybody. I really do. I always answer all my calls. She didn't join in. That's weird. I hope everything's all right. China Mac got jumped, y'all. By Troy Ave. No, anyway, I'm just kidding. It's a hickey. I'm just kidding. Let me see if she's going to call, man. What the heck's going on here? Okay. Yeah. You will see me on live. Or she just said she'll catch me later. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this read again. My apologies. Again, mountain weather. Just outside of a sleepy little town called Blue Mountain, Virginia, about 46 miles west of Washington, D.C., is an area of wilderness covering what has been called the toughest granite rock in the eastern United States. The area is surrounded by signs marked restricted area, and this installation has been declared a restricted area. Excuse me. And this installation has been declared a restricted area. Unauthorized entry is prohibited. Other signs state all persons and vehicles entering hereon are liable to search. Photographing, making notes, drawing maps, or graphic representations of this area or its activities is prohibited. Such material found in the possession of unauthorized persons will be confiscated. Internal Security Act of 1950. The installation is beneath a mountain, and its name is the Western Virginia Office of Controlled Conflict Operations. Its nickname is Mountain Weather. It was ordered to be built by the Federal Civil Defense Administration, which is now the Federal Preparedness Agency. They didn't build nothing. They moved into a place. We went there, thousands, tell them to get out. They better get out. We don't care what they're doing. But you don't know that. So I wouldn't expect you to do it. Too many people worried about dying. Mountain Weather was designed in the early 1950s as part of a civil defense program to house and protect the executive branch of the federal government. Lies. The official name was I hate this word, man. I can't even get it out, people. You're gonna study languages. You're gonna fumble. You're gonna fumble and fumble. Look, with these, you're gonna fumble with it. I'm just saying, really. Anyway, continuity, Jesus, of government programs. Oh, yeah. To be continued. All right, anyway, Congress has repeatedly tried to discover the real purpose of mountain weather, but so far has been unable to find out anything about the secret installation. Retired Air Force General Leslie W. Bray, director of the Federal Preparedness Agency, told the Senate Subcommittee on Constitutional Rights in September 1975, "I am not at liberty to describe precisely what is the role and the mission and the capability that we have at Mount Weather or at any other precise location." Excuse me for that word, guys. It's not like I don't know it. I'm serious. I really be studying other languages. I really do. It's conflicting when you start having an understanding about another language and you're like, I've been rolling my tongue this way and the back of my throat changed. Hi, your mom. Anyway, in June 1975, Senator John Tooney, Democrat, California, chairman of the Subcommittee of Constitutional Rights, charged that Mountain Weather held doziers on at least 100,000 Americans. He later alleged that the Mountain Weather Company computers, described as the best in the world, can obtain millions of pieces of additional information on the personal lives of American citizens simply by tapping the data stored at any of the other 96 federal relocation centers. I know from my stint with the Office of Naval Intelligence that these dossiers consist of information collected about American patriots, men and women who are most likely to resist the destruction of our Constitution and the formation of the totalitarian police state under the New World Order. The Patriot Data Bank is constantly updated so that when the appointed hour arrives, all patriots can be rounded up with little, if any, effort. The plan calls for this to be accomplished in the dead of night on a national holiday, the most likely holiday is Thanksgiving, when everyone, no matter the religion, race, or creed, will be at home. The targets will be ripe for the picking after a heavy meal, maybe some alcoholic beverages, and during a deep sleep. There is a traitor in the Patriot movement who provides the secret government with accurate names and addresses of patriots who will fight to protect and defend the Constitution. And my recommendation is that no patriot should ever be at home or at the home of any family member on any holiday ever again until the traitors have been hung and the Constitution restored as the supreme law of the land. The Constitution what our forefathers wrote. People say, but you said you're a patriot. I said, as far as the veteran, God damn it, fuck a patriot. I'm Althaka. This is my ancestral soil. Of course I'm gonna fight. I'll fight any fucking bastard. That means you too. Fuck you mean? Stand alone, God damn it. Why? Because I know something else. And we'll read these 4 when I get back, and the other 2. There's 2 I want to read to y'all. Like, I found some, wow. I ain't gonna say, I'm just gonna open it up and read it, and then let's see what you say. Because you know I'm always, dividends, man. Tea. I like to pour good tea. You dig what I'm saying? I don't like pouring nasty, cold, fucked up. You know what I mean? Good tea. All right. So when we come back, we're gonna hit DNA of the Gods, the Book of Giants, Exposing Expeditions. We're only gonna do about a paragraph each, and the Heaven Bearers are gonna finish that up. There's about 2 or 3 paragraphs left. It's very short. All right. And then we're gonna hit the Encyclopedia of North American Giants, and then this other book I'm gonna open up and read. I'm debating, like I really want to like save it, but I'm gonna read it. What's up? Let me see. Abani spell. Oh no, I hear you, brother. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, we ordered. Which one is that right there, Snoo? Wikipedia or Twitter? Oh, is that's the gentleman I'm talking about? The TikTok? Like a lot of people are like, I have to look at it because you never know when things are popping up new, especially if it's coming from England. I got friends in England who I talk to. I shared my boy Lynx, a musician, right? He's a vegan, a boxer. Love my brother. He's Ghanaian, well, he's Caribbean and Ghanaian. I love him, man. He's a solid one. I used to go on his podcast over in England from here. Man, the brothers over there are like the truth. Wagwan. I mean, straight up brudgeons. You feel me? I respect and nothing but love for them. They're the first and only people to call niggas. I heard that. I never looked into it, but I heard that for sure. I appreciate that information too. I'm gonna look super. That's other stuff I gotta look at. The Gobi Desert to the east, Tibet, yes. In a historical region in Central Asia between Ural and Siberia to the yes, very much so. Great, Will. Tell the wifey I didn't get the picture. I don't know where she sent it to. I got my Gmail. I looked over there and didn't see nothing. All right, bro. Excuse me. Cumins. It's almost like that damn cumin seasoning. I can't stand that. Should make you. Man, you walk around. Oh no, I can't stand cumin. Coval Orchards. I appreciate that. Yeah. Wooten, man. That's me all day. James Lucifer Wooten Branch the Fourth. People crack up when they hear it. They be like, holy shit, Red? And I'm like, yeah. And then they look at me like this. I be waiting for them to grab their little crucifix, not understanding that it truly is upside down, but it has nothing to do with religion. By a different vernacular. But it ain't no more than this, that. Where you at? What level are you at? It'd be better if they had a little vice in there where they can raise it up and down and say, I'm right about here today. I'm in my Christ-like. I'm in my lower depths. But I'm reaching my seventh chakra. But then is it down here or is it up here? Are you ascending or are you descending? What is it? They don't know. Most people don't know. You dig what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off of here now. Run out, do what I got to do. Finish my fruit. Run out what I got to do. Come back so we can get it back in. St. Lucifer Cavalry. People don't know it's just a name. It's like any other name. Anything can be perverted and anything can be utilized, especially when people stop utilizing those names. But you dig what I'm saying? And then they say, well, Red, at times you can have a silver tongue. If I can have it at times, that means I have it all the time. What is wrong with people? They think lucid dreams into the physical that have nothing to do with reality. I sometimes I wonder sometimes, don't you? DJ's like, what the hell? Kaliagi, St. Lucifer, see, that's where Kaliagi, okay, I can remember that. I was about to pull that up too. Let me see. Liar. Well, anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to take care of this stuff real quick. It's just now going on 3. I want to get back so I can get the next reading in. All right. Beautiful sisters, my beloved brothers. Hey, Grey Wolf, did you hear what I said about as far as, let me look right quick. See if it might have came through. If it didn't come through here or the witch card, I don't. She might have to send it again. Or you, or whoever. She said it's a picture of, I would figure it'd be sent here. Okay, let me see. Oh, that's Vincenzo Pizzario. Okay, all right, all right, appreciate it. Oh, no, I trust you, brothers. But I just know the government's got their hand on a lot of stuff, and they're not supposed to be fucking with me. They're too stupid to know that. But they got a lot of dumb people out here who don't know no better. And then they'll be sitting there when they round it up going, but I didn't know, nobody told me, because they're too damn stupid. Okay, Copper Shaman, all right, I'm going to go and pick it up. Price change notification. You're goddamn right. Yeah, that's cool. Woohoo, man. I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. Snoo, I got you. UPS, 2 packages. Okay. Well, I'm going to go out and pick these packages up. I got to see T, make sure she's okay. She sent the little man today to school with shorts. She thought it was going to be warm and a light jacket. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't see nothing from Elon Musk. I don't see it, bro. Marketplace. I don't see it, bro. So, look, if you're going to send something, just send it to my Gmail. Or send it to my number. I've got a number of places on there you can send the stuff to. And you're friends with me on Facebook. So you've got where you can send it to. You can have her send it to me in Messenger. It's the same thing with Instagram. Both of them are the same. All right? So I don't see it in there. All right, Grey Wolf. So I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna handle this. I appreciate everybody. I love you guys. Come back. Bring some more people in. I'm gonna do my best not to say the foul letters that people think are curse words. Okay. So if you got some family, and I heard some people hit me up and tell me, "Oh, my dad be listening," and we all be sitting down and turn the TV up. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. All right. So let me go ahead and handle this business, and I shall return. All right. Love you guys.